Hi, I'm Gretchen Duda with Advent Partners. Thank you for joining me for this week's market update. As we head toward the end of the year, the consumer remains very much alive and spending. According to the National Retail Federation, a record 202.9 million consumers shopped during the 5-day stretch from Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday. This is not just a holiday footnote. It reinforces the idea that despite higher prices and plenty of economic anxiety, consumers are still showing up in force and when it matters. But what's interesting is what they are buying. This holiday season is shaping up to be less about indulgence and more about practicality. Adobe Analytics data analyzed by the Washington Post shows that Cyber Monday purchases of vacuum cleaners were up more than 1,300% compared to October averages. And I can attest to that as someone who bought a robot vacuum. Small kitchen appliances rose over 1,200%, and power tools were up roughly 900%. In other words, stocks and sweaters have been replaced by vacuums and drills. Practical giving is having a moment, which says a lot about how households are prioritizing value and utility right now. And at the same time, some traditions never fade. Christmas music is more popular than ever. The Wall Street Journal notes that on December 1 of 2019, there were 14 holiday songs on Spotify's top 50 list. This year, that number has more than doubled to 30. Call it nostalgia, comfort, or seasonal coping, but it's another reminder that consumer behavior is not just about budgets, it's emotional too. On the policy front, there is a storm gathering around artificial intelligence regulation. An executive order signed last week by Trump, aimed at limiting states' abilities to regulate AI, has drawn criticism from both parties. Democrats are pushing for stronger consumer protections, while Republicans argue that streamlined regulation is essential for innovation. The important takeaway for investors is that AI regulation is not lining up cleanly along traditional political lines. The debate has started, and uncertainty around how AI will ultimately be governed is likely to remain a market theme. Finally, investors are juggling two things this week. The first is data. After delays from the government shutdown, we will finally see some key economic reports. The November job reports arrives Tuesday, which is tomorrow. This is Monday night. And the second is seasonality. Markets are looking closely for signs of a year-end Santa Claus rally. The Federal Reserve will be watching these same data points as it weighs whether to cut interest rates again when it meets in January. As always, the market is balancing strong consumer signals, policy uncertainty, and the path of inflation and rates. That tension is likely to define how we close out our year. And hopefully that is the only tension that you will feel this holiday season. But we wish you all the best. And if we're here for you if you need us. Thank you.